Arthritis, 3 foods you should eat, and 3 you should never touch. Did you know that over 50 million people live with arthritis, yet most don't realize that what they eat every day could make their pain worse or even better? Arthritis isn't just about aging or wearing out your joints. It's an inflammatory condition where your immune system sends out signals that quietly destroy cartilage and trigger stiffness, swelling, and long-lasting pain. Many people believe medication is their only option, but diet can be just as powerful. In fact, researchers at Harvard Medical School have found that certain foods can switch off inflammatory markers in the body, improving mobility and reducing pain naturally. Today, I'll share 3 foods that naturally soothe arthritis and 3 that silently fuel your pain. And wait until you see the second to last one. It's a food most people think is healthy. Stay with me because it could change how you manage arthritis forever. We'll begin with a comforting anti-inflammatory dish your joints will love, salmon with quinoa and spinach salad. Let's take a closer look at why this combination of salmon, quinoa, and spinach is so powerful for arthritis relief. Salmon is one of the richest natural sources of omega-3 fatty acids, specifically eicosapentaenoic acid and docosahexaenoic acid, which directly reduce the production of inflammatory chemicals in the body. In fact, research conducted by the University of Pittsburgh found that eating salmon just 3 times per week significantly reduced morning stiffness and improved joint flexibility in people with rheumatoid arthritis. Have you ever noticed how much lighter your joints feel after a fish-rich meal? Drop a comment if you have experienced that. Quinoa in this dish adds more than just texture. It provides high-quality plant protein and magnesium, a mineral essential for maintaining bone density, which becomes even more important when arthritis is causing stress on your joints. Magnesium also helps relax muscles around inflamed joints, easing tension and reducing discomfort. Did you know a single cooked cup of quinoa can provide about 30% of your daily magnesium needs? Would you like to see more simple magnesium-rich foods in future videos? Let me know below. Spinach completes this trio with a boost of lutein and vitamin K. Lutein acts as an antioxidant that protects joint tissues from oxidative stress, while vitamin K supports cartilage metabolism, helping to slow down the rate of damage. According to research from the University of Connecticut, higher intake of leafy greens like spinach was linked to better mobility scores in seniors with arthritis. So, would you consider adding spinach daily if it could help protect your joints? Making this dish is simple, yet deeply nourishing. Pan-sear wild-caught salmon with a drizzle of extra virgin olive oil and a squeeze of fresh lemon. Cook a cup of quinoa and toss it with baby spinach, juicy cherry tomatoes, and a light balsamic dressing. Add a sprinkle of crushed walnuts on top for even more omega-3 goodness. Stick to 3 to 4 ounces of salmon 2 or 3 times a week and about half a cup of cooked quinoa per serving. Always choose wild-caught salmon rather than farmed because farmed salmon has higher omega-6 content that can actually promote inflammation. And do not overload it with butter since it adds unhealthy saturated fats. Keep it clean with olive oil. So, do you like salmon better grilled, baked, or pan-seared? And what leafy greens do you usually toss into your salads? I would love to hear your thoughts. Next is a soothing, gut-friendly dish that helps fight arthritis inflammation from the inside out. Get ready for the probiotic power of Greek yogurt with berries and chia seeds. Before we move on, I'd really love to know where you are watching from and what kind of joint pain you are dealing with right now. Are your mornings harder because of stiffness, or do you feel more swelling after long days? If you are working to ease arthritis pain naturally and want simple, science-backed steps that truly make a difference, make sure to subscribe to Knowhow and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a tip that could change your daily comfort. And if this content is already helping you learn something new, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0 because I want to keep improving this for you. Now, let's shift our attention to something cool and creamy that supports your joints in a very different way. Greek yogurt, when it is plain and unsweetened, is loaded with probiotics, which are beneficial bacteria that keep your gut healthy. A healthy gut reduces the leakage of inflammatory molecules into your bloodstream, which in turn lowers the overall inflammation that affects your joints. The Cleveland Clinic has shared evidence that improving gut microbiome balance can directly lessen arthritis symptoms. Have you ever noticed how certain foods make you feel bloated or stiff the next day? Comment below if that happens to you. Pairing yogurt with berries makes this snack even more powerful. Berries like blueberries, raspberries, and strawberries are rich in anthocyanins, plant compounds that neutralize free radicals. Free radicals are unstable molecules that damage joint tissues and speed up cartilage breakdown. A single half-cup serving of mixed berries can deliver more antioxidants than many vegetables. Which berry would you pick for your yogurt, blueberries, raspberries, or strawberries? Adding chia seeds completes this trifecta. Chia seeds are tiny but rich in alpha-linolenic acid, a plant-based omega-3 fatty acid that reduces inflammatory signals in the body. They also contain calcium to strengthen bones that may already be weakened by arthritis-related inactivity. Did you know 1 tablespoon of chia seeds contains more calcium than a glass of milk? Would you like me to share more tiny superfoods like this in the future? The recipe is easy, yet healing. Take 1 cup of plain Greek yogurt, half a cup of mixed fresh berries, and 1 tablespoon of chia seeds. For a touch of sweetness, drizzle a little raw honey. Chill it for 30 minutes so the chia seeds can absorb some moisture and turn into a creamy, anti-inflammatory snack. Aim for 1 cup of yogurt daily. When buying, always choose plain, unsweetened yogurt to avoid hidden sugars, which can worsen inflammation. Pick organic berries whenever you can to reduce pesticide exposure. Avoid flavored yogurts because they often contain as much sugar as desserts, which cancels out the benefits. If you have lactose intolerance, go for lactose-free Greek yogurt instead. Do you eat yogurt every day? And have you tried chia seeds before, or is that new for you? Let me know your thoughts. Now, let's turn to something warm and comforting that nourishes your joints with every spoonful. It is packed with natural anti-inflammatory compounds. Say hello to turmeric lentil soup with veggies. Turmeric lentil soup with vegetables is a warm bowl of nourishment that works on multiple levels to soothe arthritis pain. Turmeric contains curcumin, a powerful compound that directly blocks enzymes in the body that trigger inflammation. Research from the University of California found that curcumin can reduce joint swelling and improve movement when taken regularly with meals. Have you ever tried turmeric in your cooking? Or do you feel unsure about how to use it? Let me know in the comments. Lentils in this soup are much more than a filler. They are rich in plant-based protein that helps repair tissues around the joints. They are also loaded with fiber that balances blood sugar levels. And this is important because fluctuating blood sugar often increases inflammatory markers. A single cooked cup of red lentils provides about 18 grams of protein and nearly 15 grams of fiber, both essential for reducing body-wide inflammation. Do you currently eat enough plant proteins, or do you rely mostly on animal sources? Carrots and celery add another healing touch. They are packed with vitamin C, which is needed to maintain the collagen structure in your cartilage. Cartilage acts as a cushion between your bones, and once it wears down, pain increases dramatically. According to research by the University of Cambridge, people who had higher vitamin C intake maintained better cartilage thickness, even with existing arthritis. Would you include more vitamin C foods if you knew it could help your joints stay stronger for longer? Making this soup is very simple, but deeply therapeutic. Start by sautéing a chopped onion and 2 cloves of garlic in a tablespoon of olive oil. Add a teaspoon of ground turmeric and half a teaspoon of grated ginger. Stir in 1 cup of rinsed red lentils, 4 cups of vegetable broth, diced carrots, and celery. Simmer gently for about 30 minutes until the lentils are soft. Finally, sprinkle freshly ground black pepper just before serving because it increases the absorption of curcumin by nearly 2,000%. Did you know that skipping black pepper reduces turmeric's bioavailability dramatically? Have you ever tried combining turmeric with black pepper before? Eat 1 medium bowl, about 2 cups, around 3 times a week to see noticeable benefits. Don't use canned broth that is loaded with monosodium glutamate or excess sodium because it will trigger more swelling in your joints. Choose low sodium or homemade broth instead. If you are finding this helpful so far, please take just a second to like this video. It might feel like a small gesture, but it really tells YouTube that this message matters and it helps Knowhow reach more people who are struggling with the same joint pain you are. And if you believe that others deserve to know which foods soothe arthritis and which ones silently make it worse, tap that thumbs up now. Every like helps this information reach someone who needs it today. Now that we have covered salmon with quinoa and spinach, Greek yogurt with berries and chia, and turmeric lentil soup with vegetables, all of which help your joints heal naturally, it is time to shift gears. Some foods silently make your arthritis worse, even ones you might think are harmless. First on that list are processed meats and deli meats. Now let's talk about why processed and deli meats are some of the worst choices for anyone struggling with arthritis. These meats are very high in advanced glycation end products, also called AGEs. AGEs are harmful compounds that form when meats are smoked, cured, or cooked at high temperatures. Once inside the body, they attach to tissues and trigger an inflammatory response that directly worsens joint damage. Research from the National Institute of Arthritis has shown that people with high levels of AGEs in their diet experienced more severe stiffness and swelling. Do you often eat bacon, sausage, or deli sandwiches without thinking about the impact on your joints? Processed meats are also packed with sodium and preservatives like nitrates, which cause water retention. This extra fluid collects around the joints and increases swelling, making movement even more uncomfortable. Even meats that seem healthier, like lean turkey slices, are still processed and often contain these hidden additives. Have you ever noticed feeling puffier or stiffer after eating salty or cured foods? Drop a comment if that sounds familiar. Examples of these problematic meats include bacon, sausages, hot dogs, salami, and those convenient ham slices many people add to sandwiches. Buying tips are simple but very important. Don't choose anything labeled smoked or cured without reading the label carefully. Look for nitrates or nitrites, and if they are there, it is best to avoid that product completely. Many people make the mistake of assuming leaner versions of processed meats are a healthy protein option, but they still have the same preservatives that harm your joints over time. So, what is your go-to protein source when you want something quick? I would love to hear your thoughts. Next is a food that seems harmless and is even marketed as a healthy energy source, but it actually triggers hidden inflammation that damages your joints over time. Let's move to refined carbohydrates and white bread. When you eat foods made with refined flour, they are digested very quickly, causing a sharp spike in blood sugar. This rapid increase pushes your body to release more insulin and inflammatory cytokines, the small proteins that promote swelling and joint damage. Researchers at the Arthritis Research Institute noticed that people who regularly consumed refined grains had higher inflammatory markers in their blood, which meant their joints were constantly under stress. Have you ever noticed your joints feeling stiffer after eating a plate of pasta or a sweet pastry? Another problem is that refined carbs are stripped of their natural fiber and essential nutrients during processing. Fiber slows digestion, keeps blood sugar stable, and supports healthy gut bacteria, which is crucial for controlling inflammation. Without it, your gut health worsens, leading to more toxins circulating in your bloodstream that attack your joints. Whole grains, on the other hand, have magnesium, zinc, and B vitamins, all important for cartilage repair and reducing stiffness. Do you still rely on white bread for sandwiches, or have you made the switch to whole grains like oats or quinoa? Drop a comment below if you have noticed any difference after swapping refined carbs with whole grains. Common examples of harmful refined carbs include fluffy white sandwich bread, store-bought muffins, processed crackers, and sugary breakfast cereals that are marketed as healthy but often contain more sugar than dessert. Many people fall for clever packaging, believing that multi-grain or wheat bread is a better choice. But in reality, most of these products are just regular white bread with added coloring or a sprinkle of seeds. Always read the ingredient list and look for 100% whole grain as the very first ingredient. Do you take the time to check labels, or do you mostly pick what looks healthy on the shelf? One of the biggest mistakes people make is eating these refined carbs daily without realizing how they silently worsen inflammation. Even a single slice of white bread causes a rapid glucose spike, which may take hours to settle. When repeated every day, this cycle creates a constant inflammatory environment that weakens your joints over time. So cutting back on refined carbs is one of the easiest and most effective ways to support better joint health. Now that we have gained a deeper understanding of how refined carbs affect arthritis, let's move to something even more harmful that often slips under the radar. Now let's focus on sugary sodas and sweetened drinks, which do more damage to your joints than you might think. These drinks are packed with high fructose corn syrup, a concentrated form of sugar that raises uric acid levels in your body. When uric acid is too high, it forms tiny crystals in your joints, leading to intense pain and swelling. Harvard University researchers found that drinking just one sugary soda a day was strongly linked to an increased risk of developing arthritis and worsening symptoms in those who already had it. How often do you reach for a cola or sweet tea when you feel thirsty without thinking about the impact it has on your joints? Besides uric acid, sugary drinks also overload your liver, making it produce more inflammatory compounds that circulate throughout your body. Over time, this constant sugar rush damages the gut microbiome, which normally keeps inflammation under control. Once your gut bacteria are disrupted, your immune system becomes more reactive, attacking even healthy tissues like the lining of your joints. Have you ever felt more bloated or achy after a day of drinking sodas or energy drinks? Let me know your thoughts on that. Common examples include fizzy sodas, sweetened iced teas, bottled coffee drinks, and flavored energy drinks. Many people think that switching to diet soda is a safe choice, but artificial sweeteners can also disrupt gut health and may even increase sugar cravings. So while diet soda has no sugar, it still causes long-term inflammation and makes it harder to control arthritis pain. Have you ever tried switching to sparkling water with natural fruit flavors instead of soda? A simple yet powerful alternative is infused water. Adding lemon, cucumber, or fresh mint to your water creates a refreshing drink packed with antioxidants. These antioxidants help fight free radicals that damage your cartilage. Hydration is also key for keeping the fluid around your joints smooth, reducing friction and stiffness. Would you find it easier to avoid sodas if you had more healthy and tasty drink ideas? So now you know that refined carbs and sugary drinks are two of the worst triggers for arthritis. But before we wrap up the list, I have one surprising bonus tip that can ease joint stiffness naturally without relying on any food or supplement. Now, let's take a more detailed look at gentle resistance band exercises, a simple habit that can completely change how your joints feel. Many people with arthritis think exercise will make their pain worse, but the right kind of light resistance training actually protects your joints. When you strengthen the muscles around your knees, hips, and shoulders, they take pressure off the joint itself. This means less wear and tear on cartilage, which slows down joint damage. At the same time, gentle movement increases circulation, bringing fresh oxygen and nutrients to the areas that need healing. The Cleveland Clinic discovered that even just 10 to 15 minutes of controlled resistance training a day improved mobility and reduced stiffness in as little as 3 weeks. Would you commit 10 minutes a day if it meant you could walk or move with less pain? A simple, beginner-friendly routine can be done while sitting. You can start with seated leg lifts using a light resistance band to activate the muscles around your knees. For your arms, gentle bicep curls with minimal resistance help reduce strain on the elbows and shoulders. Slow, controlled side steps with a band around your thighs build strength in your hips and improve stability. These small movements are low impact, meaning they do not overload your joints, yet they still build strength gradually over time. Do you already do any resistance exercises, or would this be completely new for you? The beauty of this routine is that it does not require any special equipment beyond a simple band, and you can do it at home in just a few minutes. Over time, these exercises not only reduce stiffness, but also improve balance, making daily activities like climbing stairs or getting up from a chair much easier. Would you like me to create a short, arthritis-friendly workout you can follow along with? So now you have learned about the best foods, the worst foods, and even a powerful lifestyle habit that supports your joints. Next, let's do a quick recap of everything so you can start applying these tips right away and feel the benefits as soon as possible. Salmon with quinoa and spinach salad brings omega-3 fats and minerals that protect your joints. Greek yogurt with berries and chia seeds supports gut health, which keeps inflammatory markers lower. Turmeric lentil soup with veggies adds curcumin, fiber, and vitamins that nourish cartilage and reduce stiffness. Eat these regularly, at least a few times a week, for the best results. At the same time, avoid triggers that silently worsen joint pain. Processed meats are loaded with preservatives that increase swelling. Refined carbs like white bread spike your blood sugar, fueling inflammatory cytokines. Sugary drinks harm your gut and raise uric acid, leading to painful flare-ups. And do not forget gentle resistance band exercises. Just 10 minutes a day strengthens muscles, reduces joint strain, and improves circulation. Which one of these steps will you start today? If this video was helpful, please don't leave without subscribing to Knowhow for more ways to support your joints naturally. And if you feel like I truly understood your struggle with arthritis pain and offered a solution that makes sense for you, type the word relief in the comments. I would really love to know this made your journey toward healthier joints a little easier.